obviously a disappointing weekend, but it can't take away from what a great season you guys had. Over 50 wins, district or conference champions. Just kind of recap the super regional for us.
Yeah, I mean, just super proud of our kids for the season that they had. I mean, to put up 56 wins in our conference with the schedule that we played, just super impressive. You know, a lot of hard work's gone into that. Obviously, would love to keep playing, but at this point, I mean, all the teams are good. You know, you got to be good. You have to be good to be in this position. Then you also have to get a little bit of luck along the way and get a ball to bounce your way, and that just didn't happen for us.
You kind of touched on it last week. You know, your thoughts on having to play in a region like this and, you know, get to the super regional, facing a team that could probably be the national title matchup. Just, you know, what do you think about that? What do you think about the region?
Yeah, I mean, I know there's been talk about trying to change that a little bit, where the regions get divided up amongst the top 8 teams or something like that. I think that would be a really beneficial thing for us to do. I don't know when that would happen or if that's even going to happen, but I know I think Division I obviously does that, but I think even Division III does that to some extent. Not exactly familiar with what they're doing, but yeah, I mean, it was a super fun matchup. You know, it'd be a great one to have at the World Series as a championship series.
Obviously, a little silver lining here, but only a few seniors on the team. You're obviously hiding one of your best pitchers is graduating, but bring them back in, bringing back the bulk of this team. Future looks good for the Lady Bus.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, losing the 4 seniors that we're losing, we're going to miss them. But very optimistic and excited for next season. You know, just a lot of really good players returning. We had a lot of young players. Again, the record that we had for as many young players as we had out on the field, it was kind of amazing. You know, just looking back, you don't have time to really think about it in the moment. But looking back at it now with as many freshmen as we had out there, and I mean, how many big hits did those guys have? To know that they're going to be around for a while, and we got a lot of pitching coming back, and it's going to be fun. I'm excited.
I mean, knowing the caliber of talent that's going to be there again next year, I mean, how quick do you kind of start the process of getting ready for next season?
Yeah, I mean, you know, we'll start as soon as we get back on campus. You know, I think the players, you know, just in doing exit meetings and stuff like that with them, I think they're excited to get going, and I'm sure they'll be working over the summer and stuff like that, and staying in shape and keeping their swings going and their throws going. But, you know, for us, I can't wait. You know, if we could start it tomorrow, I would.
With only 4 players leaving for graduation, what kind of pieces are you looking to add in the offseason, whether through transfer or scholarship?
Yeah, you know, I mean, for us, you know, I think we have a lot of the pieces that we need, you know, and we, between that and the kids that we have coming in, I feel like we're not looking to add a whole lot for next year. You know, I mean, there's always a few key positions that if you can add some depth at, that's going to be a positive. But you know, at the same time, I really like the kids that we have coming in and the kids that we have coming back. So you know, it's really going to take just a kid out there that really stands out to want to add somebody to this group.
Now that the season's in the books here, how would you kind of just rank it along the way, or how would you look back on it?
Yeah, I mean, what a fun season. You know, you can't really compare one season to the next, but like, I mean, just the speed that went by really tells me how much fun it was, because it seemed like just yesterday we were getting on the bus to head to Los Lunas for our first tournament, and I wasn't even for sure how we were going to do, you know, and you know, 56 wins later, it seems like a blink of an eye, you know, and just talking to some of the seniors and how fast it went, and you know, just how much fun they had. To me, that's what it's all about. You know, it's the wins and losses kind of take care of themselves, but just it's the experiences, the memories that you have, the great plays that were made, the fun moments in between practices and traveling and all that kind of stuff. That's the fun stuff that really stands out to me.
What is kind of the next step after this season? You start having meetings, hitting the recruiting trail. What is it?
Yeah, we did meetings the last couple days, so we're already done with that. And now it's get back out and get on the recruiting trail and start looking for kids for the following year.
When you get to medal match, every stroke matters. And after the round, all the girls were like, "I'm so sorry," like to their teammates. And I told them, "You can't be sorry. You guys made the Elite 8. You know, I mean, Gamsong Passert, Elite 8 all 4 years of her career. Like, that's absolutely phenomenal. And I'm just beyond proud of them. And I'm really looking forward to having Sarah, Charlie, and Kara back next year, because the valuable experience that they had this year is what's going to propel our team into that in the future again and continue that tradition of excellence in postseason.
You mentioned it, the 4 straight Elite 8s, Gam being a big part of that.
Mm-hmm.
Also Anna, Anatola. What have these girls that have been an integral part of this program meant as they're moving on to the next chapter of their lives?
Man, I mean, they'll be so missed. You know, they've been a huge part of this team. Gam and Antonella we had for 4 years. You know, we only had Anna for 3, but they're all just such huge contributors, and not even just to their scores, but to our team culture of making those sacrifices that student athletes have to make if you really want to excel in the classroom and on the golf course. I mean, Antonella won the Elite 90 award with a 4.0 in accounting, and I mean, she called it the nerdy award at the end and kind of smiled, and she's like, I got the nerdy award, and she did. But it's not because she's actually nerdy, it's not because she's smart, it's because she knew what mattered, and she made all of those sacrifices. I mean, our girls aren't going out and having normal college student lives because they have workouts in the morning, they have qualifying, they have tournaments, and I'm just so proud of all of them because they're amazing young women, and those 3 in particular that just graduated, like, they're ready to conquer the world, and I can't wait to see what they accomplish.
What's the future look like for you guys, recruiting-wise or whatnot?
So we have 2 new incoming. We have Monica is from Spain, great player. She actually is at the Spanish Golf Academy that Pablo, who played on our men's team, was part of as well. And then we have another German girl, Mia, who's an excellent player, and I'm really excited to have both of them join our team. And we're also looking at bringing in one more, and I'm talking to a lot of girls right now to see like who's really going to fit that spot the best for what we need moving forward.
You've historically gotten good local girls. You mentioned
Mm-hmm.
Charlie, also you got Logan on the team
Mm-hmm.
as well. A lot of good girl golfs out there around the Panhandle this year. Have you gotten a chance to talk to any of them?
No, I mean, there's some seniors, but several of them, like Charlie's little sister, isn't wanting to play college golf. There's some good younger girls that are in early high school right now that I'll be having my eye on in the Panhandle. You know, there were a couple of girls from smaller towns that did really well in the regional and things like that. My advice to them would be just play as many big tournaments as you can and just continue getting better. We're at the level right now at West Texas A&M Golf that they have to be truly elite, and that's what we're looking for. And hopefully we can get some of those local girls to that level, like through work, like their instructors that are working with them and stuff like that, because I would love to have good local girls that can contribute on the top 5.